1:1, in the beginning. But have we really thought to ask, what does this word in Hebrew mean? What's the true meaning behind in the beginning? The app I'm going to be using to break down the Hebrew word is called Blue Letter Bible, and it's amazing. I totally recommend this. Okay, so first you're going to want to search Genesis 1:1, and you're going to see this. You're going to want to click it. And then, oh, that's 2. Sorry. Click it, and then go to interlinear/concordance. And it's going to pop up once it loads. It's going to pop up with the Hebrew script up here, and you can see all the words used here. For in the beginning, it's H7225, Barashit. And this simply just means first beginning, best, chief, beginning, first, chief, choice part. So right here is basically the root word, but right there above is what's actually used in the script. So you can see that there's a bait in front of the Rosh. And when you put a bait at the beginning of a word, that's already a word, it just simply means in or inside. So that's why you get in the beginning. And another word in there is bara. You see the bait, the Rosh, and the aleph, which means created. And then the Rosh is a Rosh, a aleph, and a sheen, which means head or beginning. So it's literally so many words inside of one. So you have inside, you have beginning, and created. If you're curious what an actual Hebrew script of Genesis or Barashit would look like, this is what Barashit or in the beginning would look like written in Hebrew. Modern Hebrew. Let's get into the actual breakdown of Barashit with the pictographic Hebrew. So the first letter we have is a bait, and this is the pictograph of a house or a tent. See the door and the tent inside, and this could mean family, house, inside, or in. The next letter is a Rosh. This is the pictograph of a man's head, and this means head, first, top, or beginning. Because when you say it's the head of something, like the head of spring, it's the beginning of spring. That's why it can mean beginning. The next one is called an aleph. I drew this one really bad, but this is simply the pictograph of an ox head, and this means ox, strength, leader, or authority, because an ox is strong, and it's the leader, and it has authority. The next letter is a sheen. This means to destroy, consume, sharp, press, or eat, and this is the pictograph of teeth. The next letter is a yod, and this is the pictograph of a hand, and it could mean hand, work, throw, or worship. The last letter is called a tau, and this is the pictograph of like X marks a spot, or it's the pictograph of a mark or a sign, a signal, or a monument. Let's break down what words are within this word. First, it's the bar. We have the bait and the Rosh, and this means sun. It's H1247, and it comes from H1121, bon, which also means sun. The next one is aleph, and this just means leader or authority, aka Yahuwah, because we know that he is our leader and he is the authority. The next one is a sheen, which means destroyed. It's teeth. You chew something, you destroy something. The next one is a hand. And then the last one is a tau, which is a sign. So the meaning of this would be the son of the leader, the son of Yahuwah, destroyed by his own hand as a sign. So the first word in your scriptures is literally a prophecy of what was going to come. That's why in John 1:1 it quotes in the beginning talking about Yahusha. John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Eluah, and the Word was Eluah. So the meaning of Barashit, or in the beginning, is literally the son of Yahuwah destroyed by his own hand as a sign. This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And you shall say to Pharaoh, thus said Yahuwah, Yasharal is my son, my firstborn. So I say to you, let my son go to serve me. But if you refuse to let him go, see, I am killing your son, your firstborn. And I know John 3:16 is going to get brought up. For Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And how can Yahuwah be his own son if he is Yahusha? Well, it's simple. Yahuwah literally told us that Yasharal is his son, his firstborn. So Yahuwah came in the flesh of his firstborn son, Yasharal, as Yahusha. Remember, Yahusha came from the 12 tribes of Yasharal. He came from Judah, so he was Yasharal. By blood, he was Yasharal. So Yahuwah literally came as his firstborn son, Yasharal. This is Isaiah 43, verse 10 and 11. You are my witnesses, declares Yahuwah, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no all formed, nor after me there is none. I am Yahuwah, and besides me there is no Savior. Yahuwah himself says that he is the Savior. There is no other Savior but him. Back to in the beginning of Barashit, he told us a prophecy that he would come in the flesh of his firstborn son as Yahusha to die for us as a sign. The son of Yahuwah destroyed by his own hand as a sign. Barashit.
What? Imagine doing that for the whole Bible. That's interesting.